Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Two Guns. Thank you for tuning in. I want to take the time to appreciate those guys that are subscribe, share, like, comment on my videos. Thank y'all. Even though if you just stop by to watch my video, that's cool with me. Today, I want to show you guys the journey I had with HK so far. So I bought my first HK back in 2011. All right. Just let you guys know, every firearm on this table has been pre-checked prior to this video. So let's get to it. This was my first purchase. It's the HK P30L. Actually, when I went to buy this gun, it wasn't this gun. It was the P30 that I was going to purchase. And I have to wait the 5 days because I didn't have the license. So I waited 5 business days. When I went to pick it up, they just put this one in the shelf. And I looked at it and they just came out with it, right? And I was like, wow, P30L. Let me check it out. All right. So same thing as the P30. You just got a longer barrel. And comparison with that one I was going to purchase, it had the safety lever right here with the decocker, which I'll show you guys in a minute because I just got one with it. And I'm not a big fan of it, but the gun I purchased with that feature, it was the only way I could get it. So I just went ahead and grabbed it. I might do some upgrades on that, but we get to that later. So this was my first purchase. I picked it up, same fit. It fits like a glove in your hand. You have these finger groups right here. If you pick up HK before, like the P30 VP9 series, they'll have this grip module. Man, this is perfect. It fits like a glove on your hand. Like I said, once I picked it up, and I know I didn't have the safety, longer barrel, so you know, more velocity on your ammo, all that. I just have to get it. I pay about a couple $100 more for this one, which back then was a lot. All right, the P30 was going for like 1,100, and then I pay another 200 for this one. Okay, so I paid a lot for this gun. This was my first gun, and man, I love it. Since then, I fell in love with HK, and I just keep buying their product. All right, I see the quality in it, precision, their machining is perfect. I have no complaints about this firearm right here. I love it. Till this day, I still love it. All right. Then after that, they came out with the VP9 right here. I got a couple upgrades on this one. It'll be the standoff device and the flashlight. Not big deal. But I seen this one with the bronze slide, and man, I had to get it. Also, so I learned from the first one that comes with luminescence sights. If you can see right there. So the luminescent sights, you have to hit it with a light, with a flashlight or something, and get it started, right? Once you get it started, it'll illuminate back. But I think it's for like 5-6 hours, something like that, 8 hours. Okay, so if you have this in a shelf or in your nightstand, something like that, in the dark all the time, let's say if you need it, you picked it up in middle of the night, and you won't be able to see those sights. Okay, it will be hard to see those sights. That's why I put a flashlight on it. So that's the only thing that I didn't like about the sights on my first purchase. So on this one, I have to get the night sights, especially the one with this notch right here, and they look beefy. You know, they're big steel sights. So I'm pretty confident on racking this gun from the sights and nothing will happen. Different from this one, this was my first striker fire. So this was my introduction to striker fire. I was already kind of used to the hammer fire, but I mean, you get a crisp trigger with this one. It's a quick follow-out shots. Okay, so I really liked it, man. Nothing wrong with hammer fire or striker fire. The way I get used to each gun the way they come from factory. So I practice with it, I get used to it, and I never have any problems with my guns. When I go shoot one, I know which gun I'm shooting, and it takes me about a couple rounds just to get my mindset on the firearm that I'm firing at that moment. Okay, so great gun, no issues with this one at all. Because when I first picked it up, the first thing I did was I put about 200 rounds with 124 grain, and it just fired perfectly. I never have a misfire with this one, and I put about, I want to say about 1,000 rounds plus with this one. Okay, about 1,000 round plus. And this one, since it was my first one, it probably have about 8,000 rounds or so, and still to this day flawless. All right, so right after that, so in between these, I got me a smaller side gun. It was a Ruger LC9S, just for carrying, you know, something more comfortable to carry, because you already know carrying this thing, it wasn't easy. And even though the VP9 being, it's almost the same size, all right, it's almost the same size minus the standoff device right there, but I don't know if you guys can see it. It's about the same size. So concealed carrying this every day, it was a challenge. So I stepped away from that. I got me a little Ruger, which I carried for a little while, and then I was like, man, I need to get an HK. So I seen the P30 SK that just came out back then, and I fell in love with it. I said, well, that's gonna be the little baby for the P30L, so I have to get it. So I went and bought it. Back then they had a special on this one, because this one comes with the night sights and 3 magazines. I think I paid like $650 for it, but they were going for like $800. So $650 was hell of a deal. So I went ahead and grabbed it. And if you guys can see, one thing with HK never goes wrong. It's so smooth. You see the slide? It's a ambidextrous slide release, and just one hand action. It's so smooth, super smooth. All right, that side, this side, and that's with every HK that I own. They're super smooth, accurate. I mean, I can't say enough good things about HK, man. I'm a fanboy. I will consider another firearms. I know this is not the only one out there. It's not the best out there either. There's a lot of variant out there that you can get. So Glock guys, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get a Glock. I will try it. I don't like the fit on the Glocks, but I've been trying to get that 19X. The reason I want to get the 19X is because it's one of, I think it's 2 versions that Glock made with a steel night sights, and I'm pretty sure that's 19X and the 19M, which is like like a version they did for the FBI. So they make those tougher. There's a couple more features on the 19M that I'm not gonna list right now. If you guys want to see something like that, let me know. I go to my local gun shop and we'll figure something out. But yeah, Glock, nothing wrong with Glock. I just don't like the fit on them because I'm used to this HK, like a medium high bore on it. So nothing wrong with Glocks. I still like them. Like I said, I might purchase that 19X pretty soon. So yeah, so I got this one for concealed carry. I'll show you guys real quick. So this was my concealed carry for a little while. The only thing with this one, which I want to show you guys. So this is the magazine that came with it. It's a 10 round magazine, and you have the pinky extension on there, which it doesn't add any more rounds. It's the same thing. It's just for comfort. And man, this thing is super comfortable. I mean, check that out. You get all your finger grooves in there. Fits like a glove. Okay, perfect. Now, my only issue was that I like to carry my gun cock and load, and that was my issue right there. So that hammer, it was rubbing on my belly, and it wasn't comfortable at all. Now, I know that if you decock it, you still have one in the pipe, and the first trigger pull would be super long and heavy. Nothing wrong with it. I like that single action first trigger pull. If you're gonna do follow-up shots, I prefer to be a lighter trigger. Okay, so having that issue, I moved to I moved back in time because we clear. I went ahead and got me the HK P2000 SK. All right, so this is an older model, and the reason why I got this one is because I get the steel sights and night sights, but I have the LEM trigger on this one. What the LEM trigger is, it's not a single action or double action. It's like almost in the middle. All right, it's still a double action because when you pull that trigger, you still have the hammer going back and then forward, right? But the difference is on the trigger pull. So your trigger pull is super smooth. It's a long trigger pull, but it's super smooth. I mean, with your pinky, you can get it back there to the wall, and it breaks right at 3 pounds. No more than that. About 3 pounds. And the follow-up shots, show you guys. Right there, about halfway. Back to the wall, 3 pounds. So it'll be consistent, 3 pounds every follow-up shot after that. Okay, let's see if I can move up quickly because video is taking too long. So there you guys have it. That was P2000 SK. Now, my issue with the magazine was only 10 rounds. So the good thing with HK, I always carry an extra mag with me. But the good thing with HK is that, so my VP9 magazine, which is 15 round, also fit the P2000 and the P30. Also, it'll fit the VP9 SK, no problem. All I did was purchase that sleeve right here, and man, full grip. So it's pretty much like a 19X. You get a full size grip, and a short barrel. Okay, just like the um, let's say, yeah, the 19X will be a perfect comparison. In this case, HK, you get the feel of a full-size gun. All right, I don't know how to explain it. When you pick this thing up, it feels like you have a full-size gun. You know, it's heavy. You got 15 plus 1. I mean, what else can you ask for, right? And that's how it looks in my holster. All right. So I did this with appendix carry. I didn't have much problem. I should have to wear longer, another size up shirt so I can cover the magazine right here. Because as you can see, I mean, it extend out quite a bit. So sometimes what I did was I'll carry this magazine, extra mag, 15 rounds, and then I'll just carry it with the pink extension. So I have 10 round plus 1, and then I have a 15 round backup. I mean, if you need more than that, you need to practice, right? So that's it for that. And after that, I say, well, I need more power. 9 mil is fine. I like it. It's accurate. Super fast round. But I need more power. So what I did was I went ahead and got me this one, which is the HK45C. C for compact. Okay. Same thing with the P2000 SK. I fell in love with that trigger, that LEM trigger. So same thing on this one. I got me the LEM trigger. You guys can see. Super light. Man, this thing, it gotta be less than 3 pounds. I mean, wow. This thing gotta be like 2.5 pounds, maybe less. I mean, I ain't kidding you guys. This thing is barely touching it. It's super fun gun, chambered in a 45 ACP, and I love this gun. Now, I have an issue with it, and I'm gonna tell you guys about it. Actually, I'm gonna take it to the range today because I need to fix that issue. And that issue being, you see the magazine, you get this little lip on the bottom. So that lip is supposed to lock your hand right down there, and it's better for recoil, you know, managed recoil and stuff like that, since it's a 45. Now, my problem is that every time I shoot, I put a lot of pressure on that lip. So what's that causing is the magazine is tilting forward a little bit. So when it's going to chamber the round, it gets hung up on the bottom of the fitting ramp. All right, so I have that issue a couple times, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been a little bit mad about it. I've been pretty mad about it because I know it's not the gun. I got large hands, so when I put my hand in there, I know I'm already putting pressure on it. So when you fire that first round, you just put more pressure on it. So every time that round wants to fit in the fitting ramp, it can't, because you're pushing the magazine down. So what I've been thinking about doing with this is put like a base plate, flush plate, and see if that'll help me with that. But man, it's fun to shoot. You know, I just don't want to think about that, right? So if you're in a desperate situation, you don't want to be thinking about, oh, I got to keep my hand up high and not put pressure on that that magazine plate. So that's one thing I'm gonna go check out today, and hopefully I'll fix that. All right, love this gun. Same thing, true dot sights, night sights, steel. You get the little notch on top to rack it. Perfect, love it. All right. So right after that, I got kind of greedy. So I like the VP9 a lot, and I have so many hammer fire. I said, well, I want to get another striker fire, and HK came out with this slide, the VP9L slide, and they were selling for, I think it was like $500, something like that. I mean, ridiculous amount. And I said, well, I'd rather have a full gun than just a slide. So I would have to interchange the slides with my regular BP and put this slide on there. At the end, I'm only gonna end up with one gun, right? Functional, per se. So later on, I think it was like 3 months later after they released the just a slide conversion kit, they came out with a full assembly, right? You got everything, pretty much. So I went ahead and bought it. I say, what the heck, man? You know, the VP9 is already a great gun. Now you got a longer slide. You got slide cuts on it. And also it came with the 220 round magazine. So I was like, man, it's straight from factory, you get a racing gun. That's what I thought. So I went ahead and bought it. And unfortunately for me, I already purchased it when I see this one came out. All right, this is the VP9 Match. All right, no rounds in there, was clear. So they came out with this one, and for the price, I have to get it. Look, so you get a little bit of longer slide, about ½ inch longer on the Match. You get more serration. You get serration on top, on the sides right here, on the bottom. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but this one in particular, it came with a push button, the American style push button. Everything else on this table is the European style paddle right here, which I love. I think that's the best design because it's never gonna be on your way. It's always gonna be above your fingers right here, and it's never gonna be on your way. If your magazine comes out, it's because you push that paddle. It's the only way, you know. And the push button, I mean, you got your fingers in there, you're gripping on it, and when you're shooting it, you might accidentally hit that push button and release that mag. Some people have that problem. Me personally, I haven't had that problem. In this case, so HK got, it's like almost flush button, almost flush. Like you have to press it. You have to stick your finger in there. All right. Also, the way it sits, it's kind of in an angle. Let me see if I can show you guys. You see how it's kind of angled up like that? So when you grip it, let me see if I can show you closer. So when you grip it like this, so your thumb's gonna be up here, and then your hand goes up here, and you never push that button. If you can see, that button will be right in the middle. All right. Now, to release it, like I said, you have to go in there. You have to push it. You have to stick your finger in there. Literally, you have to go in there to release that magazine. Look at that. You see how I have to tilt my thumb in there? All right. Now, let's see like this. I mean, you have to press it, though. You need to min it. All right. So, back to it. So, long story short, so I got the VP9L, and as soon as I purchased it, I seen this one and got it as well. All right. They're perfect. Perfect guns. Same thing, because I'll show you guys the one-hand operation with the slide. All right. Super smooth. Super smooth. Either way, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Look. You guys see this? Right there? This side. I mean, not that much pressure. There is more pressure on this striker fire for some reason than like the hammer fire. I think it's because they make the slide release on this lever right here. You get more, you can pry on it a little bit better from back here. And it's, I mean, that's the smoothest, man. Barely touch it. Send it home. All right. So far, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Man, that's a 26 minute video. Wow. So this was my latest purchase. All right. Super excited about this one. This is the HK USP 45 Expert. All right. Now this one, man, this is a tank. All right. So if you guys notice, I'm kind of going back and forward in time with HK, because I started with a newer model, and then I went to the newer model, and then I went back to the P2000 SK, the 2000 series, which is, so this one is from the 90s, I believe. I've seen it in a lot of video games and stuff like that, and man, this thing is beautiful. I've seen a couple reviews on YouTube, and I have to get it, man. It's not for concealed carry or anything like that. Forget about it. This is a tank. All right. This is right when the zombies appears, apocalypse. That's the one you want to go to. All right. There is nothing against this guy right here. All right. This thing is literally a tank. It's heavy. All right. Everything about it is tough, heavy. Even the slide, well, it's a brand new gun. I need to break it in. European style paddle release right here. Now, if you notice, this one is a lot smaller. That's an upgrade on this. If you see the magazine release right here, the paddle is a lot bigger. You can see right there. And this one, you just get that little bit. All right, it's still no problem. You can still release your mag. I haven't tried with gloves yet, but I don't see it's gonna be a problem. I mean, that thing, it just shoots the mag out. Like, just spit it out. Get out of here. You know, give me a new one. Give me a full mag. Perfect. All right. I have to deal with the safety lever right here, which I already told you guys I don't like. And it's also a decocking. All right. Now, I believe this one, it came with the LEM conversion kit. So I might go that route. I'm gonna go see my gunsmith today after I shoot it, because I have to shoot it first, definitely. I want to see if I can get the LEM hammer, the whole kit. All right. The trigger is still good for a single double action. For a single double action trigger, I think this is the best so far that I have up here. Okay. From HK. It's super light. That follow-up shot, man, look, right there. Well, I want to say that thing is like a pound and a half. I wish I had one of those things to measure, but I mean, wow. That thing is crisp, light, smooth, all the way around. Love it. All right, I have the, I got these sights here, which is blacked out sights with the front blacked out as well, but you can adjust this one for windage and elevation. All right, I'm gonna try that. That'll be my first time trying this type of sight. Okay, I don't see keeping the front sight. Maybe the back I will, but the front side I have to get a fiber optic sight. I have to. I mean, with everything blacked out, I don't know how's that gonna work out in the range. Okay, like I said, this one is a 12+1 45 ACP, and that's the tank. All right, USP 45 Expert, and that's the last one on the table. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a long video. Sorry about that. It's a lot of guns, a lot of stuff to go through. And actually, I didn't go through everything about the gun, but if you guys like what you see here, if you want to see something in particular, I had a comment about the VP9L and the Match. Somebody wants to know or see what's the recoil on them, the difference. I can tell you right up front, the Match have less recoil than the VP9L, but it's not that much. Okay. Now, I do recommend you to buy the VP9 Match because it comes with 4 20-round mags. I mean, right there, each mag is like $80 plus tax. So right there, it's a good deal. The VP9L comes with 2 20-round. So that's your choice. But I think the difference between these right here is between $100 to $200 different in price. So that's what I recommend, man. You get optic ready, you get a longer slide and barrel, you get more serration on your on the slide to make up for that barrel. 4 mags, it's a better deal. All right, so if you guys see anything here that you want me to explain a little bit more, go through it by itself, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's get tactical.